All right, well, happy holidays, everybody. We are down here in the war room section of Man Cave, one of the sections, and we're getting ready to set up some battle of the dreadnoughts and battle wagons. There you go, River Plate and Denmark Strait scenario. It deals with the Graf Spee and the Bismarck. Today we got set up the River Plate scenario. See how good this zoom feature is. And there is the Graf Spee heading on in at standard speed now. There's the north. I want to give you a little look at this board here though, because there's the Graf Spee. The green markers are its spotting range, so it can't spot anybody until it gets out there. But the red markers are its gun range. There's its gun range, and it's coming on in. Now, I have done a video on this game maybe earlier, if you look through, maybe a year or so ago, but I had this kind of set up, and I had my mind on it. I was down at my lake cabin, and I was wanting to set it up down there because, you know, just thought maybe it'd be interesting to do a little sea game when I was on the water down at the lake at the cabin. That would be my first time ever doing a game down there, but I ended up working, getting busy, and didn't have no time for games, so I blew that. But we are going to give it a try here. Now here's where the British come on in at. They have to come in anywhere east of this marker, so you can see they'll come in out of range, but as soon as the first turn goes, it's on. I mean, that's one good thing about this game. As soon as you start, you're going to start maneuvering, shots are going to be firing, and all that good stuff. So let's bring on the British and zoom feature. We have the Achilles, the Exeter, and the Ajax. Hold on here a second, I'll give you an explanation of the numbers. Alright, there you go. A big thing of this here is throwing dice according to that gun rating. So on this one here, we've been throwing 2 dice, but there's a bunch of modifiers. If you ever do get a hit, you get what that's called, that weight of fire number comes in. Maximum range, structural integrity is another number that you'll be dividing into that gun rating. Flank speed, maneuver rating. Flank speed means the number of hexes you can go at maximum speed. So, and you usually travel at standard or, what is that? Cruise speed. So there you go. Cruise speed's the slowest. Standard cruise speed on this one would be 1. Standard speed would be 2, and flank speed 3. Harder to hit your targets when you're at flank speed. You want to slow down or get to a stop. Maneuver rating is the number of times your unit can pivot in a hex. So this one here can only pivot 1. Ship name, torpedo rating, and gun rating. We'll be right back. Alright, there are the positions where I am going to start the British ships. Now, you know, once you play this game, you want to look at this little weight of fire. Oh, hold on a second, let me get this. You can see here the Exeter starts out with 0 dice, but you get a lot of modifiers. If you can hit them, shoot them with the broadside, you'll get a couple modifiers on there. There's modifiers if you're going too fast, too slow, if you're, avoiding, zigzagging, making evasive maneuvers, all kinds of modifiers. So he starts out with 0. So I just want to throw that on in there. We got him starting all the way over here. He's mostly, you want to look at this, throwing torpedo dice, but the torpedo range is 6 hexes. So you have to get into within 6 hexes of the Graf Spee. Now these blue markers here represent theoretically, as soon as he gets on the board, his first little hex, that's his maximum range. Some of the maximum ranges of the British ships. He's got not much on fighting and initial die rolls, but he got a 15x range, where these boys here are starting off with 3 dice, and they got 13x range. So heavier guns, shorter range. We'll see, but that's what we're coming up with. This game will start with the British going first. It's a movement, but there's an optional roll where the British will roll 1 die and add 1 to the roll, and whoever has the highest roll moves first. It don't really have anything to do with the game outcome, but it shows you what your opponent's doing. So we'll roll now with the British player, and he'll roll with a +1 die roll modifier. So you get the 2. Not good. Alright, that's the way that everything goes in life. Just a matter of the die rolls. The Germans answer with a 6. So solidly telling us that the old Spee is going to go first and get within range. Now after the movement, the sequence of play on this is, let me get this right real quick. Oh, I'm sorry about that. Movement administrative, where you would assign your speed, and then combat phase. So combat phase is first. We skipped it on this one, but there's only 3 phases: combat, movement, administrative. We'll be back. All right. Well, Spee's coming on and not even hitting spotting range yet, but we're just gonna go ahead and barrel on through and try to close in that gap. Get those guns going. Another thing is victory conditions. Anytime the Spee can get these guys down to cruise or standard speed. In other words, if he knocks them out of flank, if the ship gets knocked out and it can never reach flank speed where it ever catches up with them, the German wins. The British are trying to get the Spee either dead in the water or sunk or a smoking hulk. So there are 3 ways that they can win. We're going to go ahead and move the Spee. And here you go. Now the thing of it is, they're all deployed at standard speed, so he only has 3 speeds. So if it's cruise for slowest, standard for second speed, flank for high speed. So he's at standard, he can only move 2, so we're just going to go ahead and go 1, 2. Now he could have turned broadside. He's got 1 pivot number, but we're just going to go straight and see if we can't get in within that spotting range. But that's one of the things about the optional roll, is that, you can alternate your, now it'll just be, since we're in another ship, these 3 will move. If there was 2 ships, it'd be rolling the die again to see who goes. And they have a option where you can bring in the Prince Eugen, I think it is, a Prince Eugen, along with them. Historically, he was someplace else, but I think he was supposed to be with these Graf Spee, and that's another game I think we'll play second. But right now, it was just us against the Spee. The Spee has moved. These markers here will go 1, 2, so it'll be, whoa, right here is its spotting range. We'll move all 3 ships and we'll be back. All right, then the Exeter. These are all, like I said, at standard speed. They have you put just any marker on there because there's not a standard speed marker. If you're playing 2 people, so to confuse the enemy to where you don't know, what speed you're at. So that smoke marker is just to go with the procedure of the game. She's at standard speed, so that means she can move 2 or 3. She's got 2 options on her movement. So we'll go here 1. As a matter of fact, the rules say that when you first come on, you have to come on at least, like if she was here, you have to go straight for your first move. Then you can pivot. So we'll come on like so. That's 1. Do the old pivoter. Try to get the marker going. The marker's a lot smaller, so it's kind of... Alright, there's 1, 2. Sorry about that. Bad camera work. And 3. So we're just going to try to get right on into the action. And come on over here. Again, another 3 for the Achilles. We'll go 1, 2, pivot, 3. And I want to get these guys to spread apart as much as possible. Attack from different angles. The Graf Spee can only shoot at one of us at a time. This one here will go 1, 2, 3. And she'll have a broadside if he decides to get any closer. And that adds, I think, 2 dice for the total thrown. So she's starting out with that big number in the upper left. Then I'll give her 5. So that's how that works. All right. We'll be right back. That was it for movement. We will go for administrative. All right, admin phase is where you take off damage markers, deplete smoke, and all this stuff. Since we're just beginning the game, it'll just be a matter of assigning speeds. Now, when you assign speed, you can't go from the highest speed to the lowest. You can go from the highest to standard, or from standard to cruise. So these are all at standard. We're going to go one speed up. We're going to give them all one of these flank speed markers. We're going to get these guys going. We want to get them as close as possible. Now that'll give us a negative modifier when it comes time to shoot. So there you go. And those will go underneath. Now for the Graf Spee. Yeah, let's go ahead and get him in flank right now too. We want to close in. So there you go. All ships hitting the throttle to begin the battle. We're back. All right, that's pretty much it. Everybody's got their speeds assigned. Next thing to do is to look and see if we got any fire going on. Who's going to fire who? And it doesn't matter because it's all simultaneous. So if you shoot at one ship and he gets damage, you apply the damage, but it doesn't affect the ship. He still can fire. In other words, you ain't taking out his guns, so everybody's assumed to be firing at once. We'll go ahead with the Graf Spee. We'll check out her. Ooh, range is 21, but she's going to be 18 in. Check that out. We'll be right back. All right, well, here you go. This little line right here is Graf Spee's line of sight or spotting range. You can see the ships are just maybe 2 hex rows away. So there won't be no firing from either ships. So they both got 18. So that'll be it. We will go to, we'll get another movement phase, I guess, in now. Combat movement. Yeah, let's go ahead and recheck that out. Make sure we're doing everything right. But yeah, no spotting range yet. We're right back. British player with a 1+1 modifier because he's supposed to go first anyway. And it's a 6. So British player gets a 6. German responds, and no matter what, the British are going to win. So there you go. So we'll move one ship, then we'll move the Graf Spee, then these two will move, or the other two will move. All right, he's at flank speed, or yeah, we got them all at flank. So that'll go 1, 2. Then he gets a 1 pivoter. So we'll pivot him this way, get that broadside going. And 3. Let's do it this way. 1, 2. Yeah, I guess that's what we got to do. 3, and then pivot. Yeah, I like that better. Get a little bit closer in. So, sorry about that. Yeah, that'll be his final move. Put that marker back underneath him. Move right back. All right, this Graf Spee turn into her broadside. And what can she see? The green marker is 18 hexes. 2 boats out of range. 1 boat, or 1 boat, 1 ship, the Exeter, within range of her guns, and she's broadsiding. Not a good sight. If you're looking out your binoculars and seeing broadsided Graf Spee, that's for sure. All right, well, they have a chance to move, so we'll just go ahead and move all 3 of them. It's in this and then that one, but he only has 1 versus 3, so we'll be right back. We have a flank speed Exeter that can move 4 hexes. 1, 2, 3, 4, and of course a little pivot for that broadside. I really want to get close in on that one, but yeah, I don't know if that's going to help. Yeah, let's do this. No turn for the flank speed Exeter. We got to get within 6 hexes. We'll have to show them other targets to shoot at, but something tells me she'll be shooting at the closest ship. The Graf Spee will be. So there you go. Gives her a disadvantage because by not turning her, so now she won't get any shots. She can't throw anything. There's no modifiers that'll give her any shots at the Spee until she maybe goes broadside. Oh, let's see here. Next one, the Achilles. 1, 2, 3. Oh, let's do it. 4, and no broadside. Again, at flank speed, which is another negative modifier if you're fired. All right, 2 of them in the range. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. He'll still have a broadside. But as he in range, it's all that stuff, good stuff there. Says takes care of movement. We'll go on to administrative and then come back with combat. Gotta adjust. All we'll be doing now, since it's still early in the game, is adjusting speeds. Be right back. All right, speeds have been adjusted. And we'll see how they work out and how the strategy comes to bear on the outcome. Whoop. I already had administratives. That was turn number 1, turn number 2. Now we're already into turn number 3. Wow, because we've had 2 administratives. So yeah, after every administrative, moved a marker. So we're on turn number 3 already of a 10-turn game, unless one of the victory conditions is met. Combat time. We always like to shoot out the big guns first. So the old Graf Spee is picking a target. And we know what it'll be. It'll be 2 dice thrown at the Exeter. So we're going to have to go back and punch up a YouTube video. And I've done this before, but it's been a while to find out how the actual battle went, who took the first hit. So anyway, he's starting off with 2 die. 2 throw dice, what they call them. And now we'll look for modifiers. And they are as follows. Sorry about that. Range. Target is at long range greater than half of the printed maximum target range. So I think that's 11. 10.5, so that'd be 11. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Nope, not at long range. Target at close range, that's a 4th of its printed range. That's not it. Ooh, now a speed modifier. Target is dead in the water, no. Firing ship is slowed or dead in the water due to damage. That'd be a negative modifier, no. Firing ship is at flank speed. That'd be a negative modifier, no. Target is at cruise speed. Negative or plus modifier, no. Because we can't go down. We were at flank speed. We go down 1, so we just put a marker underneath there, and that means he's at standard. So, ooh, other. Well, here goes the key one. Target ship is in the broadside of the firing ship. Not good for the Exeter. All right. First smoke marker, nope. Your firing ship is dead in the water, no. Target is restricted or is conducting evasive action, no. And a target is dead in the water, stop. That would have been a big modifier. So we're throwing 4 dice, and the key here is when to hit on 5s or 6s. Means there's hits. And then you have to go down and find out if they did any damage. So we're just looking for hits to begin with. 5 or 6s from the Graf Spee. There you go. Nothing. That's what you need as a British player, for sure. You need to get through there. So a bunch of splashes around, but nada. Be right back. All right. The old Graf Spee fired her guns to no avail. I think we'll have the old, we would have the Exeter fire back, but this is her broadside right here. Oh, is he in it? Oh, he is. There's no way. Broadside goes from here to here, so we'll follow this one on up. Oh, he is right in it. Wow, that is so strange. All right, let's go down there. Let's see if she throws any dice. Target is at long range, more than half the print. Oh, yeah, that's right. 15, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. No, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Well within range. So we won't get a negative modifier. We won't get a positive for half range. So the range modifier is a nada. Speed, target is dead in the water, no. Firing ship is dead in the water, no. Firing ship is at flank speed, yes. So that's a -1, so he's got a -1. Target has already been fired on, no. Ooh, all right. The ship is in the broadside. It's +2, but he'll only get 1, so at least maybe we'll throw 1. Target is conducting evasive, firing ship is conducting evasive. Nope. Smoke marker target has already been fired on, which it hasn't been. So, throw one die. Why not? Might get lucky when it sinks it. Looking for a 5 or a 6. Oh, we got a hit. We got a hit. No way. Superior crew, superior spotting. All right, let's see what we could go on from here. Now we'll take his weight of fire, which is a 3. I think we minus his structural integrity. And that'd be that number below the 21, which is a 2. So that comes out with a 1. Let me make sure I'm doing that right. Will be my favorite saying, right back. All right, subtract the structural integrity of the targeted ship 2 from the weight of fire of the Exeter, which is a 3. So you get a 1. If the result is 1, 0 to 1, roll 1d6. So rolling 1d6. And if the result is a 5, the targeted ship suffers 1 point of damage, of structural integrity damage. If the result is 6, roll on the critical hit table. So we're looking for a 5 or 6. Wow. That's what it's all about in this game. High rolls. 2, no good. So that didn't do nothing. Had no effect on the Spee. The Exeter has fired. Moving on to the Achilles, so he won't get a broadside, but he's starting off with 3. We'll see how it goes from there. Alright. Range modifier. Long range or greater? I don't think so. We better check that out real quick. 13. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Out of range. Will be no fire. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. No fire from the Ajax either. Low range ships. Alright, well that skips that. After combat we go to movement, I believe. Yeah, we're gonna move some ships. Real quick combat. We'll be right back. Combat to movement. And we'll roll for the British player with a +1. Oh, so there you go. It gets the big 4 for the British player. No, 5 rather. Oh, hold on. 1. So British anyway. All right, we'll go ahead and move the Exeter. We'll find out what speed we put her at. She's still at flank speed, so we move her 1, giving this a yield. Smoke marker from the fired ship. Oh, there's a 1. Let's go. 2, 3, and 4. We're going to watch out now because we're going to get within half range of the Spee. So there you go. Now, this is just a little house roll. I'm usually not a house roll guy, but I like my little puffs. So we'll make it. It usually is when you have to fire a shit or firing your guns, quite a bit of smoke. So I believe it definitely when it put smoke in the hex, it'll be gone after the next administrative phase. All right. So we'll go here, grab this here, and he can go. Where we at here? Ooh, he's at standard speed, so that's a 2. 1, 2. There you go. Smoke marker. And yeah, 1, 2. Oh. Still got broadsides, but we don't want to go off the map. I mean, there's contingencies for it. If he goes off the map, you just switch everything down here, so the map can keep on going indefinitely. All right, speed 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. We want to get within them 6 hexes. All right, let's go again. 4. 1, 2. Turn 3. Turn 4. There you go. Flank speed, and he does have the old 2-turn capability. All right, that is it for the movement. I'll go back to administrative, I believe. Set the speeds, and then we'll move to marker. We'll be right back. All right, speeds have been set. We're not going to remove the marker because there's no use for it. I mean, if we just moved, we'll remove the marker in the next administrative phase. All right, we're down here to turn number 4. It's time to fire the guns again. Oh, let me see here. Oh, oh, might as well start out with a big boy. The old Spee. Starts out with her 2 dice. Who's going to be a target? All right. Let me see here. 21. I think that's 11. Hex is a short range. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Bingo. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Our target's going to be the Exeter. So we're rolling 2 die. And modifiers are as follows. Range modifier. Target is at long range. No, target is at close range. Oh, that's a 4th of the printed range, so that'd be like 6. So let me make sure my math is right. Be right back. We need a 6 hex range for a quarter of our range, so you don't get no modifier for that. So no range modifiers. Speed, target is in dead in water, no. Firing ship is slowed or dead in water because of damage, no. Firing ship is at flank speed, no. Firing ship is at cruise speed, it'll be a +1. Did we slow the speed down to get a good aim? We sure did. So he'll get a +1 for slowing that boat on down. Alright, other modifiers. Target ship is in a broadside area of the firing ship. That is another affirmative. Alright. Alright, target is conducting evasive action, no. Firing ship is conducting evasive action, no. Per smoke marker. Ooh. Nope, we're good. Line of sight's fine. No smoke. Target has already been fired on, no. So there you go. 5s or 6s against the full speed incoming Exeter. No good. Whew. You dodged a bullet there, mister. All right. To come back, I think the Exeter is going to want a little bit of payback. And her crew's been more proficient in its targeting. We'll be right back. All right, let's see if the Exeter can grab any throw dice. She's starting off with 0. Oh, range. Close range is, or long range is greater than half, so that's not it. She's not at close. So, target is dead in the water. Firing ship is slowed or dead in the water. No, firing ship is at flank speed. Yes, she's at a -1. I think we did this before, and she'll get 1 for the broadside. Smoke marker. No, well, could be, but nah, we'll count it. All right. Firing ship evasive action per smoke marker. Target has already been fired upon. It hasn't been, but there's a broadside of +2, so he will get at least 1. And he did really good with this 1 last time. That is it. Ooh, evasive. Smoke marker between them. The target has already been fired upon. 1 roll. 5 or 6 for the Exeter. Closing in fast. Torpedo run. Oh, no way. All right, hold on a second. Let me check the rules. Right, again, in this game, you subtract his structural integrity 2 from his weight of fire. 3, leaving us with a 1. That says a 0 from 1, roll 1d6. All right, and again, looking for a 5 or 6. This is the one that counts. So the Exeter's crews definitely got them zeroed on in. They put a shot on them last time, but didn't do any damage. 5 or 6 for improved. Whoop, results. Okay, that dice didn't want to go. Sacks. Wow, that's a critical hit. Hold on a second. All right. If the result is 6, roll on the critical hit table, but subtract 2 from the die roll. All right, we'll do that since I recall retrieve my wayward die. Critical hit table, -2. 4. Oh, I wonder what that does. Hold on a second. Critical hit table, die roll, a 4, onboard fire. Fire breaks out. Let me get over here. There you go for the Spee. Ooh. Fire breaks out on the ship. Mark the ship with a fire marker. The ship cannot attack gunnery or torpedoes until the fire is put out. Treat the hex in which the ship is located in as a smoke hex. Wow. Let me see how I'll mark the ship. We'll be right back. The Exeter. She is the Graf Spee's daddy. Be right back. Alright, back to being naughty this weekend. We are dread naughty, and we're having a great time with this River Plate and Denmark straight game. And the old Exeter rolling a deadly 6. She's got 2 shots off on him, but the other one didn't do any damage. The old Spee is now on fire. I'll wait for the administrative phase to get anything else done, but yeah, the old Exeter coming through. We got 2 more ships to throw for. We will start with, well, let's make sure we're within range again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Okay. Ooh, broadside. It might be within the broadside. Let me see if we can get that going. Oh, right in the broadside. All right. Well, she's starting off with 3 die. This could be a quick game. And we will look for modifiers. Oops, wrong page. But I should have it down faster. I don't. Oh, let's see here. All right, 3 die for the Achilles. Ooh, no range modifier. No for the speed. I think we're going to suffer 1 because he's at flank. So take 1 away. No evasive actions. Broadside. So add 2. You're kidding me. Wow, that'll help. That is it. Nobody's conducting evasive actions. Oh, per smoke marker between us. We gotta take 1 off. All right. Going for a 5 and 6 for the Achilles. And look what we got here. 1 hit. All right. Just a little. Oops, sorry about that. Way to fire 2. What did we say this was? Her structural integrity is a 2, so you minus, so it's a 0. We'll see what that result's all about. All right, roll 1d6. This is the critical roll. We're looking for a 5 or 6. 5 for a regular hit, a structural damage hit, and a 6 for a critical. Oh, gets away with 1. All right, next we got 3 dice for the Ajax. And again, as follows. I don't know range modifier. I'm only going to make sure, which is 13. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Oh, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. 1 hex out. So you can't even fire. He's got to close it in. All right. Well, that'll be it for combat. Ooh, I think we're going to movement next. Yeah, movement next. We'll check out the speeds. Everything else, well, we already know. They're at flank. He is slowed on down, but we gotta go through movement, then administrative. See if they can put out the far. We'll be back. Roll to see who goes first. The Brits with a +1 die roll modifier. 2. Germans. 3. Germans will go first. All right. I'm gonna have to look and see what the ramifications are for being on fire and on movement. We'll be right back. It still move. He's at cruise speed. That is 1 hex. He's going this way. Let me get these things out of the way here. And we'll go 1 hex. And that's it. We can't pivot yet until we go to another one. So he's there with a cruise speed. Oh, I'm sorry. He's there with cruise speed, smoking this hex, and he is on fire. And this one is going on with the Graf Spee already taken out. All right, we got smoke marker here. So we'll move next flank. We'll go 1, turn, 2, 3, 4. Looking for 6 hexes. Torpedo range. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, just outside of it, but the wolves are circling. Smoke marker here. Next. Flank speed, maximum speed. 1 turn, 2, 3, 4. And then turn again. How about that broadside? There you go, there you go. How the battle is progressing. Now this guy here is not within range. We want to do this. Flank speed. 1, 2, 3. Let's go 4. Let's get to it. Let's get to it. Alright, we won't turn them. We're going to keep them there. We want to close in. Broadsides. I don't think no broadside. Oh, maybe he is. Maybe he is. Well, no, I don't think so. Yeah, he's outside. So we want broadside or 1 ship. There you go. He's heading on in full blast for those torpedo runs. He's on fire. He can't shoot any weapons. So until he puts that fire out. So he's dead. He's pretty well, yeah, defenseless. Ooh, let me make sure we're doing everything right. We got to check on that fire. We're back. Administrative phase. Smoke marker. We'll roll for each one on a 1, 2, or 3 to remove. We have a 1. There you go. This one here will be removed. Another smoke marker. A 5, it stays. Another smoke marker. A 4, it stays. Another smoke marker. A 6, it stays. Now the fire marker is the same way. So looking for a 1, 2, or 3 to remove the fire from the spay. And there could be multiple fires. Some could be cumulative. Cumulative. Yeah, there you go. 1, 2, or 3. 2. The fire is out. There you go. She got 1 hit. So when she gets 2, her structural integrity goes down and she gets flipped over, but she can take another hit. But that's about it. She can still move, so we got her all set in the water. She took a hit, but compliments to her fire protection, fire suppression, and they have put out the fire. All right, I want to make sure I got everybody's speed set. And then we'll go on to firing our guns. See what goes on. Maybe we'll be in torpedo range. We'll be right back. Turn 5 of a 10-turn game. And Spee has got 1 hit for structural integrity. If he hits another one, we flip him over. Alright. The Exeter MVP of the battle so far, but he's still standing. We'll let him fire first. We'll start with 2 die. Yeah, he must have, oh yeah, he's got the big weight of fire, so we'll see. But that doesn't come into effect yet, so he's got to score a hit. He's got to score a hit. His crew must be green or bad optics or something. All right, he starts off with 2. Who do we want to shoot at? We haven't had no luck with the old Exeter. We got to get close with the 6 hexes for a short road, for a quarter. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Ooh, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. No way we got to get a close range shot. Well, they're all heading for us. He's not heading for us. He is. We're going for the Exeter again. So we'll start off with 2 dice to see what's in there. Yeah, he's on broadside. Alright, modified for speed or range. He's not at long range, but at close range, there's got to be a 1/4 of the printed maximum range. I'm pretty sure. Let me check that out real quick. I'll be right back. I think it's 5 or 6. Yeah, 6 hex range, so we don't qualify for that one. Nobody's dead in the water. This is a speed modifier. They will get a +1 for being at cruise speed. He did slow down to get a better aim. He is at cruise speed, so we're going to see it here. Just make sure I'm not lying to you. Yeah, there you go. I wouldn't do that to you. I'm a stickler for the rules. Want everything done right, so we're at 3. Oh, not for other. That's a big one. He gets 2 for broadsides. No evasive action. Smoke marker. No smoke marker. Already been fired upon. No, so here you go. Time for some payback. Payback. All right. Okay then. Sorry about the abrupt ending. I ended up getting a phone call, talking, and everything else, but this is a night later. So like I said, every time we have these segments, you never know if it's been a week or so for the next one, but we're getting ready to fire the Graf Spee at the Exeter. Oops, zoom feature time. There you go. And like I said, the Exeter has been a dead eye. And definitely laying some damage anyway in this game on the Graf Spee. So Spee's gonna try to answer back with 5 dice. Here we go. Looking for 5s and 6s to score hits. Oh, can you say? These aren't critical hits, but we'll roll. I think for each one. And yeah, ain't good to get close to the Graf Spee when he's at broadside. All right, we can check this out, and we'll see where we're going for here. We'll be right back. All right, so for the first hit, we'll subtract the structural integrity of the Exeter, which is a 1, from the weight of fire of the Graf Spee, which is a 4. So that's a 3 result. Let me check this out on a 3. If the result is 2 or greater, treat as C, but do not modify the result. Okay, so we're looking for a 5 or 6 for a critical roll. We won't modify it. Any other time we'd modify it by subtracting. Suffers 1 point damage as opposed roll a critical hit table. Subtract 2, so we won't be subtracting 2 if it's a critical hit. So we're looking now for a 5 or a 6 against the Exeter. And the Graf Spee, 4, nothing on that one. He had 3 hits. There's 1 of the 6s remaining. Roll for this one, 5 or 6. 5. Okay, hold on a second. The result is blah, 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 blah. The result is a 5. The targeted ship suffers 1 point of structural damage. All right. So, here we go. We have to move over here, grab this little hit marker. And his structural integrity is only a 1. So he suffered a 1 hit. I think he gets flipped, if I'm not mistaken. So he gets flipped. Oh, not good. We're going to have to check this out real quick. We'll be right back. Yeah. All right, well, Exeter is still in play. She's got 1 hit, and her structural integrity is 1. Another hit, and she'll be flipped over, so she can't take any more hits. Other than that, she's good. I don't think there's any more fires or anything, but she does have a 1 structural integrity hit. That was 1 die over here. So we got 1 more to go. 5 or 6. 6. You gotta be kidding me. The Exeter is not long for this world. Let me check this all out. We'll be right back. All right, we're rolling for a critical hit, but remember, when we had that initial roll and it was a result of 2 or greater, conduct C, which we've been doing, but do not modify the die roll for critical hit. So we're going to roll a die, and we're not going to roll the 6 of critical hit, subtract 2 from the die roll. So we're going to roll this on a critical hit table for the Exeter without a -2. Huh. See what happens. A 6. Wow. All right. So the results are looking for the right word, the destiny, maybe of the exit. Let me see here. Critical hit with a 6. Yeah. Here you go. Let you see it for yourself. Catastrophic damage. Ship suffers catastrophic damage. Mark the ship with a Hulk marker. It may not move or attack for the remainder of the game. The hex the ship it was in is untreated as a smoke hex. So there you go. Wow. Be right back with the Exeter. Don't get close to the Graf Spee. Wow, he's got 1 hit. All right, there you go. That is it. I think you weren't supposed to apply the hits and everything till everybody's done, but we've been doing it anyway. And like I said, these 2 ships still got a chance to shoot, but they just watched their buddy go down in flames. Wow. Didn't get to squeeze off. They're trying to get close to squeeze off some torpedo rounds. Have a torpedo run, I guess is what I'm trying to say. And she didn't make it. All right, we come back. We're starting off with 3 die from the Achilles. And they talk about payback. I think the Spee got it. We're back. All right, the story of big guns. Big guns from the Graf Spee. And that'd be that second number, that way to fire, 4. All right, well, she has still suffered from one hit. And hit herself to her structural integrity. Hold on a second here. I'll show you what that does to her. She's got a 2, so she needs 3, and she gets flipped over. And she still has a smoke marker. There you go. And we didn't apply that smoke marker to her fire because it's all simultaneous. So she was perfect when she fired that shot. She wasn't hit yet. It was all simultaneous, so that's why they all get to fire. So this is all happening simultaneously. But the old Spee, a victim of a bunch of 6s. Yeah, they zeroed in on the old. Was it the Exeter? I'm sorry, the old Exeter. I'm getting them mixed up. Yeah, victim of a bunch of 6s. So the Exeter is the first victim in our River Plate battle. Our dreadnoughty nights. All right, let's see here. We'll be throwing 3 die. Oh, and we'll modify them as follows. Let me see here. She's got a broadside, half or a quarter of 13. Okay, I don't think that's close. You have to be 3 or so. Let's find the modifying. Target is at long range. Target is at close range, about a 4th. It's not a 4th, but let me check this out real quick. We'll be right back. So with our 3, we won't get no range modifier, speed modifier, target not dead, stopped, firing ship slowed or dead, no. Firing ship at flank speed. Are you still booking ass or did you slow down? Oh, we have her slowed, so we won't suffer that one. That's fine. But we won't get a +1 because we're not at cruise speed. We're at standard speed. All right, so much for the speed modifiers. Target ship is broadside of the firing ship, and yes, she is. We got a broadside there, so we add 2. But let me see here. Firing ship, okay, no flank speed. Nobody's conducting evasives. There's a smoke marker though in the Graf Spee's hex, so that's a -1. Oops, sorry about that. -1. Target has already been fired on by guns this turn. Yes, it has been. So, or no, it hasn't. Has it? Yeah. We started off with the fire. Oh, that might be key. That might be key. All right, we need to put the. We might have did that wrong. The Exeter didn't fire yet. We started off with the Graf Spee, so she still gets to fire. All right, well, eventually she's going to get hammered. Them are her hits. But yeah, we have to go ahead and roll. Because like I said, this is simultaneous. Everybody fires, and then you apply the hits. That be obviously why they told you to do that. And why we jumped the gun. So, all right, let me do that over. We'll come back to her with the... Oh, you know what? Let's go through this. She might not have had none to fire. We'll check this out real quick. I'll let you know if she even had any dice to fire. Because remember, she's got the old 0, quarter of 15. Let me check that out. We'll be right back. Yeah, we're correct in our thinking. The only thing that would have gave the Exeter one shot at it before she went down was if she was in broadside. You can see her broadside lines right here. And it does not. So she doesn't get a broad. Now, right now she's at -1 because she's at flank speed. She's going so fast. She would have got a 2 dice modifier for hitting the broadsides, and she would have got 1 because she's already 0-1 with a negative, and that's all she gets. That ship has not been fired on before, so that would have been another -1, but it would have been the first shot. So she wouldn't have got that -1, but still she's at -1 and she can't get out of it. So the Exeter could not have fired. Let me go ahead and put all this back. We'll take her off. Well, we'll do it later. We'll do it when we're done. All right, just to make sure we got everything the right way. All right, so he fired at her. She just fired. She couldn't fire at him. And she's not 6 X's away. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, we determined she was 1 out. So got hit right before she could take care of her torpedoes. All right, so then we did that right. I just wanted to make sure. So we got 3 here. And where were we before we were so rudely interrupted with a rule infractione. Alright, no targets that target down the water. Firing ship slow, no. Firing ship at flank speed. We take one away. Alright. Oh, targets at broadside, yes. We'll give her 2 more back. Firing ships at flank speed. Oh, no, we already did that. Conducting evasive. Evasive per smoke marker. Yeah, remember we had a smoke marker in there. And if the target has already been fired on by guns this turn, it hasn't, because she didn't fire. So there you go. We're 3 at the Graf Spee. Looking for 5s and 6s from the Achilles. Achilles does get 1. Let me see what goes on here with the big 5. Alright, now we'll roll I guess we know roll another die. Possible hit occurs. Oh, okay. That's what we do. So that's a 1. -4. That we already got that as a 3. 3 or greater. 2 or greater. Conduct a C, but do not. Okay. Roll 1 die. Looking for a 5 or 6. 1 die. Looking for a 5 or 6. 4. No good. So that takes care of the Achilles fire. Oh, nothing comes from that. Alright. Same thing. I guess we better check this out, though. We won't get no broadside for this one. So we better go through them all again. Let's make sure here in our broadside line right here. Yeah, he's out of it. So we'll start off with 3 for the Ajax. All right, speed is as follows. We all know how that goes with it being flank speed -1. All right, target is not at close range or long range. Broadside, we would have got 2. We don't get that. No evasive, no evasives. Per smoke marker, yes. Because he got smoke in his hex. Down to 1. Alright, already been fired on by guns. Ouch. So that's that. Whoa. Alright, didn't have a shot. She's heading straight on in. That hurt big time. Not going broadside. So there you go. That'll be the results of this round of combat. I think we go on to the movement phase next. We might call this a quick video and upload this. I just wanted to get one out there. We're having a great time playing River Plate and Denmark Strait. This has been like a 3 or 4 nights. Little video here. We're having a great time. Let me get a little synopsis here and we'll get everything straightened out and then we'll call the video right back. Alright then, before we call it a wrap, we're playing the game of River Plate, Denmark Strait, the Graf Spee against the Exeter, the Achilles, and the Ajax. Ajax heading for him to get that torpedo range. Just trying to keep him busy, but now instead of 3 targets, there's only 2. This is a mighty ship. He's throwing that way to fire. There you go. Smoke is in his hex and a hit. When we come back, we'll finish this game on up. Don't want to be too long. More being naughty, dread naughty.